Hello and welcome to the Racedepartment 2011 Championship Round 3 at China. A 5.5 kilometre track, around 56 laps, culminating in a total race distance of 306 kilometres. Made of 3 sectors, there are some very crucial overtaking points on this track, and cars are expected to reach a top speed of a whopping 310 kilometres an hour. This is an onboard lap from the McLaren in 2011. He's on board, curves out of the final corner, open DRS straight across the stripe, up into 7th gear, look for your turn-in point, snap it in, follow the curb all the way round really. It's just the longest corner ever. You need to keep into the curb. There's 2 direct lines in this. You can either go deep or wide. He's gone with a wide line to cut himself in. Follows the curb nicely round turn 2. Opens the car up, going round turn 3, bit of curves, open DRS very early, up through the gears, over the crest and turning point, just drop down. Very good overtaking point here if you've got good traction out of turn 3, straight down the inside, but they have to watch for out-braking manoeuvres as there will be contact. This does very well there, gets the car straightened up very nicely, into the fast middle sector, left-hander, flat out, nicely done. Drop 2 gears across the new tarmac and then down further 2 into the most difficult part of the track. A double left-hander requires maximum concentration. It's not a single turn, it's more of a turn, straight and then turn again, as you will see on the onboard shot. He straightens the wheel and then turns again to keep it in good traction. Coming over into the final sector now as we cross the sector 2 split. Simple left-hander followed by one of the toughest corners on the calendar. A massively long right-hander onto the longest straight on the calendar. This car, like turn 1, seems to go on forever. Feed the car out and curves with DRS, and it just takes an age. This is the best overtaking spot on this track, and with DRS aiding from about 2/3 of the way down to the braking zone at about 100 metres, a lot of overtaking and outbraking manoeuvres are expected, but you have to be careful not to run wide and lose the places you've just gained. Brilliantly apex there from the McLaren. Opens the car up and it's just a simple drive to the final corner. And then he just has to hook it left. Nicely done. A bit wide and then across the line for pole position. And that is a lap at the Chinese Grand Prix near Shanghai. As we can see, qualifying, Dan got pole on the options, top 6 on options I think. Wooly, last round's race winner, and Australia, a bit disappointing actually, only to be down 9th, out qualified by his teammate Jamie. Drew returning in front of Jay, the entire field separated by just 3.1 seconds and on a mix of option and prime tyres. You can see the weather report here. Sunny for the qualifying, bit more track temperature, expected higher track times in qualifying than the race as it's cooler and cloudy. More wind in the race as well, which expects to unsettle the cars.
For the race is joining me in the commentating box, Alex Pepper. How are you, Alex?
I'm good, Eric. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm actually looking forward to this one. China always seems to be action-packed, and this should be a good one.
Yep.
So we can see Dan27 on pole position again, and still hasn't have his race win yet this season, so he'll be looking to beat Wooly for once in this race.
Yep. It says if we start in second with Indrek in third. who usually does well in qualifying.
And the lights are out, and we are on board with Woolly 51. He's going to take the outside line here. Just touches a little with its teammate. Some people going wider, and oh, contact already. Having to recover, and wow. Gets alongside XACP here in P3 already. So a great start by Woolly 51.
Great move into second as well. So,
yeah. Woolly is just flying right here on his prime tires. Already made up a lot of places. Already up to P2 when Dan is having a little gap already. Still having to defend here from XACP, who gets on his inside back at him. So he just slots in behind him.
Looked like he went wide there.
Yeah. Onto the long big straight here. It is trying to get the slipstream. Of course, no DRS yet, and XACP will be trying to look and break out of the 1 second gap to Woolly.
He manages to keep his position away from Romano as well.
A replay of the start of EMR now. What just happened here? I mean, Woolly 51 was in P9, and EMR now here gets pushed a little bit from the back, I think, by the Force India, and loses a lot of places here of people getting on his inside. But yeah, whoa!
Freak.
Dimi just spun off there, got taken out maybe. Not sure what happened there, but EMR now trying to go around the outside here. The same move that Woolly did earlier on XACP on turn 4 there.
Wow.
Whoa, contact. Whoa, what happened there?
Looked like the Virgin just completely didn't know where the McLaren was and just turned in on. And again, Red Sabre completely does the same thing to EMRNL.
Well, EMRNL might be at fault there, and the second one, I'm sure. But the first one was, yeah.
Very strange, but on board with I Am The Game, looking to take Paintball Maniac, who rams back into the back of EMRNL and goes wide himself, losing a lot of positions back down in 12th, and gets spun by someone and back down into last.
Yeah, so a poor start for I Am The Game here, and it's a long race, of course, so nothing has won or lost yet, but he's certainly, whoa, and almost getting his car into the wall. They're trying to avoid Greek Don't Lie there, who was still out of shape after his contact earlier. I Am The Game now up in P14. Maybe we can see the two McLarens coming together here. Yeah, that's the incident that happened there, and also Indrek gets blocked there by the car of EMRNL. Skipping ahead to the end of lap 2, Alex.
Yeah, Woolly's just doing well on the primes, really, as he always does at the start.
But he does have a 1.2 second gap down to XACP, which yeah, is out of the DRS zone, so good job by XACP, and already has to defend on his primes here versus the option runners. Romano getting past.
Can he make it stick up the inside?
Tries to cut back underneath and gets great traction actually off the exit of the hairpin there. So takes that place back, and yeah, good move by Woolly.
Romano's coming back here though on the outside. It'll be a great move if he can make it stick, which looks like he's not going to be able to do.
Nope, but he can come back here. Oh, and
wow,
contact again. A lot of contact going on, and oh, almost when Big Monkey was trying to get past there, and a little contact as well. Wooly down a few places, and on board here with his teammate who is right on the back of Racedepartment in the McLaren, and on the option tires is much faster really, and doesn't even need the DRS to get past here on the long straight. Takes the defensive line into the hairpin.
Looking up the inside already at turn 1, but thinks better of it. But he'll hopefully be, or he'll want to be trying to get XJHJ out of the way quickly, as XJHJ is on the prime tyres. Looking around on the back straight, hopefully he'll get the DRS. He does.
Yes, and that's going to be an easy pass here, with the DRS being very powerful at this track. So I'm the game after a poor start now up to P10, so he's fighting his way back as Dan just puts in the fastest lap there. On board now with EMRNL and the 2 McLarens at the back of the grid here. EMRNL of course after having 2 incidents at the start has to also fight his way back, and gets up on the inside here but outbrakes himself.
That move was a bit optimistic at best, but he should really, in my opinion, give the place back there.
Yeah, of course they are teammates, and EMRNL's on the option, so maybe Racedepartment thinks better of it.
Of course, EMRNL isn't usually back in these positions, so maybe that came across his mind as well, into not giving the place back.
Yeah. On board now with Wooly51, who is down into P8 now. Fell back a little bit on his primes here, but gets into the DRS zone. On Paintball Maniac, maybe into the hairpin. Still a bit too far away. But yeah, right on the back of him now.
Looks like there's a big train which is held up by a Sauber, is it?
I think it's P4 to P8 is just, or P3 actually, is just separated by nearly 2 seconds. So really close racing going on here, and we can see Wooly51 trying to keep up with the front runners here. Of course he knows he will be faster at the end of the race when he can get on the options, and these guys will be on the primes probably, Alex.
Yeah, looks like that in that way at the moment, unless he has like a crash where he has to make a bit of a strategy adjustment.
Yeah.
But it looks like he's getting held up here, even though he is on the primes, but still looks faster than most of these in front.
Yeah, and he can get into the DRS zone now, and will probably get it, and try his luck on Paintball Maniac here. But being so powerful in DRS, and of course Paintball Maniac also gets DRS everybody almost in this train. So it will be hard to pass, I think. But Wooly just throws his car up the inside of Paintball Maniac and just makes that stick. So P7 it is now. Right on the back of Drudok, who's running in P6 after starting from the back of the grid really. So a very good start. Andrew just avoiding all the first lap incidents, and yeah.
Wooly makes an optimistic move up the inside on turn 2, which Drudog saw, and I think that's a very easy gift from Drudog to Wooly there.
Yeah, not giving a lot of fight to the Force India driver here, but nonetheless, P6 it is. On the back of Big Monkey here, who's having a battle with Kex. I think it's in front in P4. That's also yeah, an unusual place for Kex to be in, really, to be honest.
And he spins. That's just unlucky, really. It's looking like he's having a good race. But driver error.
Yeah.
Cracked under the pressure of Big Monkey, whose Drew Dog makes a very scary move up the inside. And then they're just battling through the last corner.
So much going on here on this first few laps, and side by side going now into turn 1. This is going to be tricky, maybe. But the Woolly keeps his outside line, and there's a little bit contact, a little bit kissing. Love bumps, but yeah.
Is that what they're called now?
Yeah, well, it was nothing major really. As Kex gets out of shape again. On the back of XJ. Oh.
Completely guessed that wrong there.
Yeah, EMR now trying to get away past XJ, but
and barges him back off the track, and his car was
contact
halfway into trying to overtake him there. XJ could have been more aware, but EMR now, I think, was at fault again.
Yeah, so a really bad race turns out to be for EMR now, in last place again, and yeah, has to fight his way back again.
As we are back on board with I'm the Game, who's looking to make a pass on the back straight against Paintball Maniac, but of course he'll have the DRS as well, and dives up the inside and locks up the brake in contact, but still manages to stay in front. What do you make of that move, Eric?
Well, let's leave that in the open for now, as Force India driver gets some company from Paintball Maniac, who gets back here and goes a little bit wide there, but yeah, can he hold it? Yeah, he does, as I'm the Game also went a little bit wide there.
Indrexon again looking at the inside against I'm the Game. Comfortably at this point looks like he's made the move, and I'm the Game just going back down through the field after quite a decent start, really.
Yeah.
And in the bottom corner, Wooly goes up the inside in turn 1 against Drew Dog. And on the main picture again, I'm the Game tries to go around the outside of Indrexon at turn 1, but can't make it happen. Bit optimistic there.
On lap 9 now, on board with I Am The Game, who's looking to get the DRS on Greek Don't Lie here for P9. And yeah, whoa, has to run on the grass, gets pushed a little bit wide there on the grass, but managed to make the pass stick. Yes, he does. And back with EMRNL.
Two McLarens battling again.
Yeah.
Not where they'd want to be. but does the same thing as the Force India.
Just gets pushed wide there and
ahead of you, one of the Saubers.
yeah, goes a little bit wide here at the hairpin, but the pass has been made, so Imarnel trying to get back here and up into P13 now. Still way out of the points as he makes his first stop, puts on some fresh tires here.
Exit now.
Going for a longest stint on this primes. Does come out in last place, but is one of the first guys to pit. As we are on board now with XACP.
And not too far ahead is Dan 27.
Going to make a stop, but whoa, goes wide there. That was looking a little bit clumsy there and costing him a little bit of time maybe. But yeah, 6 seconds up the road already is Dan 27. So yeah, also going for the primes, a longer stint. Both front runners now in the pits and made a stop.
Big Monkey's looking around the outside, but of course XAP will be on cold tyres and manages to make through, or get through.
Yeah, XACP will be looking to get ahead of Big Monkey again quickly, as he doesn't want to get stuck behind the Virgin driver, who is on worn tires, of course, not having made a stop yet. Started on the prime tire and up into P2, so not bad. Ooh, a little bit cutting the corner there, but gets into the DRS zone fine.
Yeah, it looks like it should be easily able to get around him here.
Yeah, a really powerful DRS zone here at this track, and it's not hard to make the pass work, but it provides great action for the spectators. As XACP is 6.5 seconds behind Dan.
As Iamorino is fighting, we're trying to fight back through the field again as Kex goes wide, so should be Kex comes back through up on the inside though. But Iamorino should be in the DRS zone. As Kex takes a defensive line here.
You're approaching one of the Red Bulls. There's a Red Bull ahead of you.
Goes wide a little bit at the hairpin there, Iamorino. So maybe Kex can get back at him, but takes the inside line here through the last corner, and Kex is still right behind him though. Kex, who had a great start really. We saw Kex up into P4 now, is battling for the last place here. So yeah.
Just had an unlucky part of the race there for him. As I Am the Game is going to look around the outside at the hairpin, but Brewdog covers it off quite well. He goes a little bit wide on the exit. And
Brewdog is having a great race really, and
yeah.
I still think some guys in front of him has to pit, but yeah.
Looks like these two are going to be battling for these three, as Greek is quite close behind and the game. They're going to be fighting over the 10th and final points position.
As you can see on the left bottom of the screen, EMRNL and Keck still battling it out for last place, really. Unusual for EMRNL to be running in last place, to be honest. We've seen him more up in front in the past two races, the first two races. One of them, of course, crashing out, bringing out the safety car in Melbourne, and at Malaysia taking the P5 in the rain there. As I Am the Game already passes Drew Duck here before the straight, and then also is going to get the DRS, so that will allow him to pull away from Drew Duck, and yeah, that's like overkill, really.
Okay, it looks like the car ahead is
But he does go wide, which allows Drew, and he's pushed onto the grass.
And Greek Don't Lie joins in on the action and yeah, takes advantage of that little scramble there. So EMRNL is going wide here, which allows Kex back through again. So swapping positions still, really, these two drivers here.
Yeah, EMRNL must be getting slightly frustrated here.
Yeah, I mean, you have to pull out at least 1 second to get out of the DRS and pull away, but so far didn't manage to do that, so Kex still hangs on, and yeah, as we are on lap 18.
Looks like they're going to be joining the party of the 3 cars ahead who are battling it out as well. Or is it two cars? Sorry. With the red Tabor, EMRNL's teammate.
Going a little bit wide there, so gets overtaken by Kex, and whoa! What was that? Was Drew Duck's car, I think. There was the Virgin going really slow there, and EMRNL had to take avoiding action as to not crash out. And we see Drew Duck retiring from the race as Thatcher goes wide there, which allows Kex back through. A lot of things going on there. Next lap,
okay, it looks like the car
EMRNL into the DRS zone of the Red Bull of Thatcher.
Who gets out of shape on the exit.
Has to recover, which really slows him down, and EMRNL already side by side now with the DRS. Surely will make this fast.
Yeah, easily.
Covers the inside line and now gets the hairpin right this time, and managed to make that move stick. So we are back on board with I Am the Game, lap 21. The prime runners must be yeah, stopping around this time, I guess. Not sure how long the primes will last at this track, but at the start of the race you don't want to yeah, run too long on them, as to risk a puncture or yeah. So XJ probably hasn't made a stop yet, starting on the primes.
But
and
makes a good cutback on I'm the Game.
you can see Big Monkey's making his first stop
You've fallen down to
on the left bottom of the screen.
Along with XJ.
Yeah.
And EMRNL is still, after all that battling out with Tadja, is still behind Kex. So
Yep.
getting pushed onto the grass again. That's the second time for him this race.
There must be some kind of lag, Alex. I mean, these drivers don't push each other off the track normally. But, we have seen some very clean driving for the first two races, and now all of a sudden we see people pushing, going wide there as Romano gets out of shape there, which allows Wooly back into P3 now. So yeah, having made a stop, Wooly just now on the options will be trying to catch the front runners. There we go again.
It's just pure frustration, really, for EMR now at this point.
Up in the points at the moment, though, so they are not going really slow. Maybe they can actually, you know, help each other with the DRS and catch up to the front guys. But surely you don't want to be battling, as that will also, yeah, slow you down, of course, more than increase your pace. So a little bit love bumps there again. But yeah, a great battle here, but these guys are fighting for P10, and at least EMRNL is used to fighting for higher places, as X almost took the McLaren out there.
Back on board with the leader, Dan27, who's coming up to the lap. EMRNL's teammate, Racedepartment.
Yeah, so far having a pretty easy race, I guess. Dan27, not much going on. Of course, the incident of XACP and a couple of guys on the first few corners allowed him to pull out of the DRS zone right away, and so far this was the first car he has seen on the track, I guess, lap 24, and that was lapping the McLaren driver.
It's hard to keep your concentration when you're just all by yourself.
Yeah, well, we've seen Dan27 pretty solid on consistency, so that shouldn't be a problem. As wow, that sounded like a puncture. Yeah, it's a puncture for EMRNL.
As soon as he gets away from Kex, just gets hit with a puncture.
Yeah, that must be really frustrating, as we can see him in the pits now, having to change his tires, of course, putting on some primes, going for a longer stint, maybe trying to get to the end of the race. Still has 24 laps to go. So that is going to be interesting, as I Am The Game is right on the back of Kex. Ooh, gets caught out a little bit of Kex, out of shape in front of him.
Again, ahead of him already before he even gets to the DRS.
Yeah, that's going to be overkill again from I Am The Game, who must be pulling away easily now.
As the leader pits on lap 34 for another set of primes.
Yeah. Most people will be looking for a two-stop strategy on this track, I think. Alex, what do you think?
Yep, but it's very, you have to conserve your tyres really for a two-stop. But it does seem the faster strategy if you can do it.
Yeah, as we are back with EMRNL right on the back of his teammate here, Racedepartment.
Again, fighting for positions out of the points. But again, overtakes the Racedepartment before he even gets to DRS.
Yeah, after having made his stop, yeah, much faster on these fresh tires, of course. So
there's a big cloud of smoke from the gravel.
Yeah, dust really from, I think it's a Sauber in front of him. It's Kex probably, who was fending off in the pits there.
As we're on board with I Am The Game, fighting for P8 with Greek Don't Lie. Of course, I Am The Game on the option tyres, looking to go to the end.
setting the fastest lap of the race, so has a good pace of course on these fresh options. Making the move on the inside here, but outbrakes himself a little bit, contact there. And managed to gain the place, I think. So we are on board with XACP in 3rd place, right behind Woolly 51 here.
Of course, XAZP will be on fresher tyres than Wooly, who'll be on very worn primes at this point.
Yeah, Wooly trying the prime option strategy as compared to XACP is doing option prime, I think. So different strategies being played out here, and will be interesting to see what works best, as XACP easily gets around the Force India driver here. So yeah, Woolly 51 really is in need of some new tires, so should be pitting anytime soon for his options. But lap 39, we still got 17 laps to go, as his teammate I'm the Game here gets company from Greek Don't Lie. But what happened here?
Just really just moved over for him.
Yeah,
couldn't really do anything there.
As we can see already, -2 laps on the fuel indicator there for I'm the Game, so he's in mixed lean now, and has to save a lot of fuel to make it to the end of the race, I think.
Should probably compromise his race dramatically there, with not being able to get maximum revs out of the car. Cars will just fly by him.
Yeah, it will be crucial for him to stay into the DRS zone to be able to keep up with these guys in front. So we see Greek Don't Lie going to try and make a move maybe here on Big Monkey, right on the back of him. But not yet.
Good, clean and fair racing at this point. No contact where Greek Don't Lie gets out of shape, which allows I'm the Game through. Nearly.
He might get back on him on the inside here, and that is going to be interesting now as we get to the DRS zone and the back straight.
I'm the Game will just be looking to stay with these two at this point.
Onboard view from Big Monkey, bottom left. As we get a nice view of this action here as Greek Don't Lie gets up the inside very easily.
As I'm the Game tries to follow through, follow him through. That's better.
Ooh, and that's 2 places lost for the Virgin driver, so disappointing there. Probably is on worn tires. Also trying the same strategy as Wooly, I think, Big Monkey, so he will be quicker at the end when he does bid for options.
Back on board with the leader as Tadger, I think it was, gets out of shape.
Yeah, maybe got a little nervous by the HRT driver, leader of the race. Will this be the first victory for Dan27 this season? Of course, the reigning champion, still looking for a race win. On lap 43 now. Only 13 laps to go. I am the Game. Looking to get on the back of Greek Don't Lie, but just misses out on the DRS, I think. Yeah.
Unlucky there.
Might have to defend here from the Sauber as Indrek comes up his side, inside.
Good move by Indrek there.
Yeah, looking really quick there, and I'm the Game is losing ground really, as he has to save fuel, as we said earlier. That is going to compromise his race.
as Wooly 51 goes around the outside on the hairpin on Romano, but Romano just squeezes him out quite fairly, but goes up the inside on the final turn, but Romano manages to keep his place just. But of course,
great move around the outside there by Romano, really.
Yeah.
These guys fighting for P3, so Wooly obviously on the quicker tires, so should have an advantage there.
Good move around the first turn, like complex on Romano there, but Romano comes back at him and just completely annihilates him, going into the.
Wow, that was some really awesome crash there. That was some crazy shit.
I can't imagine he'd do that on purpose, but I think he just locked his brakes up or something. But here's Wooly 51 again on Paintball Maniac. Makes a good move without contact here.
Yep. So we are,
as we see in the bottom left corner, I Am the Game and XJXJ off track, which allows Big Monkey up into 8th from 10th.
Yeah, gains 2 places there as the drivers in front of him went wide. Back on board with EMRNL, lap 51 now in P11, so out of the points. XJ is right in front of him though, so he might have a chance to get a point if he managed to win the battle here against XJ. Both guys are on the prime tires, I think.
Of course, EMRNO on, very worn tires, as he had to fit quite a lot earlier than he would have liked.
Yeah.
As XJ gets out of shape.
Yeah.
But that allows him into the DRS zone, and EMRNO will be looking to just keep him behind now. But of course, the DRS is extremely powerful, as shown again here.
XJ comes back at him, but yeah, EMRNL tries to get the inside there, a little bit contact, but they get through fairly clean though, and XJ takes that place back as I'm the Game just set the fastest lap of the race. With a 1:28, so that's going to be hard to beat, as EMRNL's still right on the back of XJ. As they come around the last corner here, they got 4 laps to go.
EMRNL will be looking to get that vital point that he wants after having a not amazing race.
Yeah, disappointing race nonetheless.
Of course, that front left tyre is extremely red though, so we'll be looking to try and keep that away from puncturing, which happens right now.
He runs wide there. There is a puncture again, and that's his second puncture of the race. Yeah, when it rains, it pours, they say. It's a dry race, but it's raining for EMRNL here.
Which would definitely put him out the points now.
Yeah.
As lap 54 with the leader Dan 27, of course has a red tyre as well, but not as red as EMRNL's was.
Well, he got 2 laps left. Will he be able to make his tires last until the end of the race, as XACP is 3.7 seconds behind him? Should be enough, I think. It's a lot of time to catch up in just 2 laps. And, yeah, looking to get his first victory here, Dan 27. First victory of the season.
Been quite frustrating up till now, with him just losing out in Melbourne because of the safety car.
Yeah.
And rain in Malaysia, but Wooly did do a great drive there.
Yeah, but Dan27 will be very eager to get his first victory of the season.
Got a puncture with 2 laps to go as across the start finish straight.
As we can hear on the radio, Romano has got a puncture on this lap, so yeah.
Unlucky for him.
Unlucky. Oh!
Dan has a puncture.
You have a left.
The leader has a puncture! Oh my god!
At the penultimate lap. This is played right into the hands of XAZP.
As we can see, XACP already right on the back of him, as Dan27 has to fend off into pits here and let XACP go past.
He must be furious.
And this must be frustrating, to say the least, Alex.
But it's just horrible, really. But on with Wooly51, who's going by Dan in the pits now.
Yep. Wooly51 up into second now. Yeah. I've heard Wooly51 does have got a penalty. So he might not be able to hang on to second, but yeah, really disappointing race for Dan27 again. Yeah, third time in a row, really, like you said. He was looking for the win at Melbourne and at Malaysia as well. Up into first place at the end of the race, but loses out again on the closing stages of the race.
It's just unfortunate, really. Terrible.
Yeah.
But it just plays right into the hands of XAZP for his first race win of the season.
Yeah. Great day for the William boys.
Apart from Romano's puncture, really.
Yeah, but XACP takes the win at China here, and that's a great result for him. They must be delighted with that. So we are on board with the HRT driver.
At least he'll be able to get, if Wooly did have the penalty, at least he'll be able to get second place.
Yeah, not a bad result, but of course not the win, and that was his target for this race. As we are on board with I Am The Game, who ran out of fuel, as we already saw him on low fuel pretty early in the race, has burned too much fuel and gets past there, I think. EMR now also coming around the last corner in P12, out of the points for the first race, really.
The final race results are XAZP in first, followed by Dan27 and Wooly51 rounding out the top three. Indrexon in fourth with his best race result of the year, followed by Paintball Maniac, Green Don't Lie, Big Monkey 57 and I Am The Game, rounding out the top 8. With Romano 9th, who was running much higher up than that, however he got a puncture on the penultimate lap, followed by XJXJ, who gets his first points finish of the year, followed by Red Tabor, EMRNL, Tadger and Kex and Drew Dog, who left the race as he had to leave.